Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. I've been asked a lot about by apprentices or guys getting into the trade, what stuff they need, like tools they need, advice here and there. So I might do some more videos on that. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you're new or getting into this. So today I'm going to cover some basic tools that you need or you want to start with. And I'll sort them out and show you what I think you need at first. So what I'll do right now is I'll take them out. Usually they're going to be in this bag because this is my everyday carry. I might take some stuff out of there just to show you what you should be buying right away. And this excludes like vacuum pumps, recoveries, anything like that, because the company should supply you with that stuff. So these are just hand tools. And of course, if you guys have gauges already, analog is fine. I would not recommend getting anything fancy or digital. Analog will get you a long way and they're not that expensive. Alright, so things you should carry. Brush, these are cheap. You'll need some Allen wrenches for sure, you know, for fan motors and stuff like that. Get you a pair of adjustable wrenches. Usually you can buy them in pairs, at least like a pack of 2. So at least have 2 of these. Then you're going to want some wire strippers. They do have multi-tool ones, like this one kind of has like a needle nose, the strippers, and a crimper. Now this crimper isn't that great, so I would suggest, especially if you're starting out, getting a dedicated crimper. So these have cutters, and then they have the crimper for non-insulated and insulated, and these work fantastic when you're doing wiring. So I would recommend the wire strippers and a crimper. So you'll need nut drivers. You can get a set as long as you have a 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, and a half, and 11/32 for the condenser motors. And usually they'll throw in like 7/16 or something like that. But get you a set. You need nut drivers a lot. So they come in a set, but if you want to exclude a few of them and maybe just carry a couple, if you're trying to keep your weight down on the bag, you can get an all-in-one. This is the one that I recommend, the HVAC 8-in-1. This will have your 1/4 and 5/16. Of course, it has a magnet, so it's not the hollow inside like these are if you have long screws, long ends. So this will have the 2 nut drivers on one side, and then this right here is actually a 3/8. So you got 3 nut drivers, you got a flat and a Phillips, and you got one for thermostat wire, a flat, and Schrader core. So that Klein 8-in-1 HVAC is just the one I recommend, but you can get a 6-in-1 pretty cheap at any store, and that works too. And you will also need a service wrench, and then you'll need a meter. I think this is the one that I recommend if you're worried about price, the SC260. I go with Field Piece, but you can go with Fluke or any other good brand. Try not to get a cheap one. A meter is something that's very important. So with this one you can do temperature, which I do a lot. It has a non-contact voltage if you want to check that way. Microfarads, ohms, and continuity with the audible beeping, which is great. amps. That's what the clamp is for. It's all in one. You don't have to add any attachments. And then AC and DC. Those are the most important things that you need in a meter. So that's why if you're looking for a basic cheap meter, this is probably the most basic you can get, and it's around $100. If you want an upgrade over that one, this would be your the next good one. This one, it took me a while to get this one, but it's the SC480. I've been wanting this for a while and I finally got it. It has all the same functions, but it does have for phase rotation, hertz, watts, and this one is wireless. And if you're trying to do one-handed things, this holds one of your leads also. But that's just an upgrade if you want one. And that's really it. I think you can get away with this on a everyday service call. If you want to throw like a small screwdriver, you can do that too. That's for like thermostats. But like I said, this all-in-one here has a small flat for that. But if you don't get that, maybe get a small screwdriver, precision screwdriver. And then just pick up a light. You always need a light. Oh, and I forgot to mention thermometer. These are the ones that everybody, you know, swears by. The Uei. It's magnetic and it folds away so you don't poke holes in your tool bag. I lost my other one. I usually have two. If you're in HVAC, like ACs, you're gonna be using these for like your delta T's, your split temperatures. And you can also use these in refrigeration. It's always good to have spares. So that's a good one to have. And what I used to use was this, an actual dedicated meter that had T1 and T2. So I had two thermocouples, two of the temp probes in there. And that's how I would check my like splits or my temperatures on units. But I switched to the Uei ones, and then now my meters have temperature probes, because I used to have like an old school meter that didn't have all those features. So yeah. And I guess some honorable mentions will be like some actual channel locks. But you can get away with the wrenches, a stubby, and a set of like, you know, wrenches. Not super necessary, but you will use them if you have them. And as far as a bag, you know, get you something small. It doesn't have to be a Vito. These are not super expensive. These are like $80, $70. But if you want to get like a small tool bag, as long as you can carry something like this, you'll be fine. Okay, and a quick tip. I know everything's rechargeable now, but keeping a bin of batteries is a pretty good idea. Like your meters and your flashlights, 9 volts, AAAs, AA's, and sometimes even those watch batteries. I keep a bin of them. There's been plenty of times when my meter or something has run out of battery and I don't have one, and I gotta run out to go get some just to finish a troubleshooting or a job or something, you know. So just a quick tip, side note. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's just my take on what you should get when you first get into the field, or when you're about to get into the field. Those are some good tools to have, or when you're getting into school. These are your basics, so just hand tools, stuff that you can get away with on service calls. Now if you're getting into like installing or duct work, anything else, it's going to be a little bit different. And of course, if I left anything out, leave a comment for the new guys. These are just basic tools. So comment if you have any other questions. Like I said, I can help you out with that, make a video for it if you need me to. And remember to subscribe, like, comment. See you guys.